Shirley, what you've got there? Will you share with me? Hello orchid fans, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. And this video is going to be about this. So this is the Phalaenopsis Bronze Maiden. If you can see, it's very beautiful leaves. This is my only Phalaenopsis, which is a primary hybrid, which means it's a hybrid between two species orchids that can be found in nature. And these are Phalaenopsis mannii and Phalaenopsis schilleriana. So these nice leaves, I think, are probably from the schilleriana parent, which has got very nice mottled leaves. The flower on this is supposed to be very nice, very beautiful, and that's mainly why I got this plant, which is unusual because I usually get it for the leaves and for the foliage, which obviously it's got as well, so it's definitely an added bonus. I got this orchid at the very beginning of October, so this was part of my Schwerter order. I got 6 plants in total from Schwerter, and yeah, this plant is pretty healthy. So when I got it, it didn't have too many roots. It had those those 4 leaves, as you can see here. It had a teeny tiny leaf below as well, but it was so small. It was from its seedling leaf, so that one fell off. But yeah, it kind of sat and did absolutely nothing for about a month or 2 months. It literally just was sitting here like this. I repotted it straight away after I got it, maybe a couple days after, and yeah, it just did not do anything. But then I started seeing small little roots started growing, and you can see here I've got one right there still with a green root tip, and there's another one there which is working its way out into down into the media. I got this aerial root here as well, which also grown in my care from the very beginning, but it's now no longer is got a root tip, so it seems like it's stopped growing for now. And yeah, it's got new roots in the pot as well, so you can see a root there working down into the leca. And I think I saw, yeah, there's another root there. So yeah, I can definitely see new roots growing in the media as well, which is fantastic. So it looks like it's actually gonna establish a pretty good root system, which obviously is going to help the plant. I still cannot see any new leaves even starting at the apex whatsoever, so but that's okay. I can't expect too much from the plant at the same time. It needs to develop its root system first, and it's doing that at the moment, which is great. So although this is a Phalaenopsis orchid, so this is, as I said, this is my only primary hybrid. The other 2 orchids that I've got, 2 phals, one is just a standard size Phalaenopsis, and the other one is a miniature size Phalaenopsis, but they're both complex hybrids, which means that they've been hybridized a lot for a long time, just putting to begin with some species together and then some hybrids, and so there is probably tens if not hundreds of hybrids and species went into that's why it's called complex hybrid, because it is just, the parentage is so complex and there is so much of it, and although it sounds complex, but it really isn't. It is just really made for growing orchids at home in normal conditions, no kind of special lights or anything required, so it's basically made easier to grow at home. Whereas this primary hybrid, this is more close to what you would see in nature. So although this is also a hybrid, but it's a hybrid between 2 species, which means it's a lot closer to what it would like in nature. And so that means it is actually different the way we grow them. this, and it also, some people call them summer bloomers because they usually bloom in summer, whereas the complex hybrids, they would usually bloom in winter or at the end of winter, kind of beginning of spring, because they need that kind of colder, you know, the drop in temperatures to induce the blooming, whereas this one shouldn't need that. Also, this phal loves water, so it doesn't really want to dry out too much. It really wants to have moisture all the time, and at least that's how I grow it. So as you can see, it's still got some condensation at the bottom of the pot, and the media is still quite moist as well, and it is due for watering probably tomorrow, and so it's not going to dry out before it gets another dose of water. It was actually soaked a couple of days ago, and that's why, you know, the media is still quite moist, quite wet. Usually it would actually dry out between waterings, but it wouldn't be bone dry, but it would be a lot drier than what it is at the moment. But that's okay. It's gonna get some fertilizer tomorrow as well, which I'm sure it will appreciate, you know, to be able to keep growing all these nice roots. And yeah, so obviously this is a very young plant and it is tiny. So this is a 9 centimeter pot. So as you can see, you know, compared to my hand, this is a very, very small plant right now. I don't think it will be a big plant. It is kind of a miniature size or a medium size phal, so it's not going to be huge anyway, but I'm not expecting this one to bloom for another probably couple of years at least. So all I'm looking for at the moment is, you know, new roots, new leaves. I really hope it will get more spotting on the leaves as it grows the new ones. I really like, you know, phals having, or just orchids in general, you know, having all this kind of mottling on the leaves. But as you can see at the moment, it's only got a bit of speckling, not too much. So hopefully it will have more as it grows. As you can see, I've got this microfiber going through the pot. I started doing this quite recently, so as I water the plants, I keep them in this like that, in this kind of small container, and then when I water it, it would, you know, the water would drip down into this container. It wouldn't have a lot of it, just a little bit at the bottom, but this microfiber will then pull this water into the pot, so it allows the plant to stay moist a bit longer, because at the moment my plants are actually starting to dry out quite quickly because I improved the airflow, so it just dries out quicker, which is, I'm not complaining about it, definitely not, it's a good thing, but I just, you know, for me to avoid watering plants every day, I've kind of got something like this. I think I'll maybe do a separate video to show like how I do this, you know, without unpotting the plant, how I pull this microfiber through. It took me a bit of time to figure this out as well, because when I started doing it the first couple of times I was really struggling, but then I kind of figured out the system, so it's now a lot easier to do. And that's pretty much it for this. I will give you regular updates from now on about this plant and what it's doing, and, you know, hopefully it will do well. So far so good. But if you have any questions about the plant, or, you know, if you'd like to know more, please, you know, just drop a comment in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all later. Bye!